Hello, class. I'm Krista.
I'm Cherie.
Hi everyone, I'm Chase.
And today we're going to be talking about our organization that we studied this semester, which is the Hooray Learning Center. And before we begin, we are going to do a little role play to talk about some of the problems in the organization.
So hi guys, my name is Sharon. I am the president of Hooray Learning Center, and we are an organization dedicated to, an employee just called me. It is Larry Smith Jr. Let's see what's going on. Hey Larry.
Hi, I've got a couple questions here about this job that I'm doing.
Well, sure, you just got hired, so ask the question.
Yeah, so do you have any employee protocol or lesson plans or anything like that?
No, Larry. You can do however way you want. That is best for your class. We don't.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. And who should I talk to about human resources or accounting? Because I've got some concerns about some.
Well, we don't have those departments. I am the one doing all the work, so you can just talk to me.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
All right, let's take a pause right here. So as we can see, Sharon is the one who is in charge of this organization, and she's kind of the one who takes care of a lot of the different things around the organization. And there's not really a lot of other departments. It's all just through her, and the teachers all report to her. And at the same time, this can be a problem because there is not a lot of sharing the load of different teachers and what they should do, or they don't really know exactly who the organization is. There's not a lot of protocol for them or lesson plans or staff meetings or things that they could be a part of to know exactly how to teach the classrooms well. And so let's resume.
So Larry, do you have other questions?
Yeah, can you give me contact by chance to a few of the other employees so I can maybe
Well,
interview them?
I don't think you have to contact them because if you have other questions, you can just ask me.
Oh, shucks. Okay, cool. And what can I expect to be doing outside of teaching?
We don't really do anything outside. You just focus on your students. As long as they get a good grades, they improve, then that's good enough.
Okay, cool. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
So here again, we see that there's actually not a lot of communication across the board with the different teachers. They only report to Sharon and Sharon reports to them. And there's not a lot of horizontal communication. There's not a lot of community. The teachers can't bounce ideas off of each other. They can't support each other in that way. And there's not a lot of, again, community building that is a part of the organization. And now we talk about some metaphors that we have discussed in our paper.
Oh, you need to share it with me.
The metaphors?
No, let me share my screen. Sorry.
Oh, no. Okay, let's do that. Okay,
so the first metaphor we used to symbolize the problems that are occurring at Hooray is the first one, Chinese jade carving. Jade is a really hard stone that can be molded into different designs for home decor. So if you look at the picture, some of the similar things between jade carving engineer and the people who work at Hooray is that they all work in a really artistic environment. And secondly, they all have a lot of freedom over how and what they want to carve based on a original jade stone. And lastly, the stories that are shared among people that work at Hooray is mainly focusing on student achievement. They will share with each other, maybe this student got a really good grade or these students just improved a lot last semester. And that is just how the jade carving engineers would share among each other the really famous artworks, the really famous jade works that someone has created. And it is really individual rather than a team.
Another metaphor is the beehive, because bees are kind of known as hardworking, very productive, and that's definitely a huge value in the organization. They really want to see their employees working hard and also their students working very hard as well. And also the structure of the organization kind of looks like a bee, a queen bee who is Sharon and Becky, another organizational leader. And then all the workers are the bees, the teachers, the ones who are kind of carrying out the task and making sure that the queen bee is happy. But also they love honey, and the honey is like the product that they're creating, and for the Hooray organization, that product is the students. They really care so much about the students and really pour a lot of their attention and their energy and their resources into the students, which sometimes they don't put that same amount of energy into making sure that the organization and the teachers are given what they need. And so that's one of the problems that we found.
There are two main aspects this organization needs to address. The first one is to cast a vision for the future. It is so easy to get caught up in staying up to date with daily activities that an organization often forgets to think long term. For Hooray, this looks like taking steps to a bigger budget in order to bring on more staff and more departments to create more horizontal communication. The next aspect this organization needs to focus on is to value faculty relationships to the same level that they value student relationships. And new employees need a mentor of some sorts to help them to teach and to connect with other coworkers and their students. And peers, if you were to start an organization, have the courage to establish your own network of communication through Instagram or arranging social events for you and your coworkers. It is crucial to establish that cohort connection because it makes it easier to establish access to an organization and creates mental and emotional support among your peers. And here are the few things that we learned that we want to bring your attention to as we wrap up.
My biggest takeaway from this assignment is to know that to simply analyze the problems or the events occurring among organizations do actually help bring an effect on the organization. For example, as we started this project at Hooray, they actually brought into the organization their very first monthly official meeting. And we did not suggest to them that there's anything they should do, but they are reminded by this idea that they want to do things differently. So that's my takeaway.
One of my takeaways also is this balance between putting a lot of effort into the organization, but also into the product or the students. And so I think in whatever organizational setting that we come into and after graduation, we want to make sure that we're putting our energy and our resources both into our clients and the product, but also into the organization and the technical functions and making sure that things run smoothly.
And the culture contributes to the problem. And this culture is all about handling tasks one day at a time. That is great, but it is imperative to plan for the future if Hooray wants to succeed. Hooray needs to find a visionary of some sorts to run their school that will propel them into the future. There's a quote that says, "Failure to prepare is preparing to fail." And that's a very profound statement. When looking at an organization, we need to be approaching it in such a way that is goal-oriented, but simultaneously grounded in the present, while also looking forward and mapping out the baby steps of what's next in the future.
So we thank you so much for watching our presentation, and we hope you found some things important that you can carry on in organizations that you work for after you graduate. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Bye.